Welcome to my channel Pocket Change Coins, because, as you know, old is gold. Some of the rarest coins worth big money could be hiding in your hands right now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and watch till the end. Let's dive in. First, we're focusing on one of the most legendary treasures in American numismatics, the United States of America 1-cent coin from 1944, a small piece of history that holds massive appeal for collectors around the globe. 1944 was a remarkable year in world history, with World War II in full swing and the United States deeply involved in global events. And the coins produced that year reflect a unique chapter in American currency that collectors find endlessly fascinating: the 1944 penny might look ordinary to the casual eye, but those who know coins recognize that this issue carries secrets, rare errors, and unique characteristics that can transform an everyday coin into a highly valuable collector's gem. Millions of 1944 pennies were minted, yet some of the rare varieties are extremely difficult to find today, especially in mint condition, making the hunt for these coins both thrilling and rewarding for dedicated collectors. On the obverse of the coin, you'll see Abraham Lincoln's profile, a design that has become iconic in American coinage, and the fine details in Lincoln's hair, face, and the lettering can make a well-preserved 1944 penny truly remarkable. The reverse features the famous wheat ears, representing prosperity and growth, and collectors love examining the intricate details of the wheat stalks, because a sharp, well-struck reverse adds significantly to a coin's overall value. One of the most exciting aspects of the 1944 penny is the rare double die variety, where certain letters or numbers appear doubled due to an error in the die, creating a visual effect that collectors immediately recognize and prize. Another thrilling rarity is the off-center strike, where the coin's design is shifted noticeably, leaving part of the metal blank, and the more dramatic the misalignment, the higher the interest among collectors chasing unusual errors. Some 1944 pennies are famous for the rare steel planchet error, which occurred when leftover steel blanks from 1943 were accidentally used instead of the correct copper alloy, and these coins are among the most sought after and valuable in modern numismatics. Die cracks are another fascinating feature to look for, where tiny raised lines stretch across the surface of the coin due to fractures in the minting dies, and each crack is unique, giving each coin a one-of-a-kind character that collectors adore. Some coins even show clipped planchet errors, where a portion of the coin is missing due to improper cutting of the blank, and these unusual shapes are highly prized because they cannot be replicated and tell a story of the minting process itself. Collectors also seek 1944 pennies with repunched mint marks, where the letter indicating the mint appears doubled or misaligned, adding another layer of uniqueness and rarity that can make a standard penny into a collector's treasure, even without dramatic errors. High-grade 1944 pennies are becoming increasingly rare, because most circulated heavily for decades, and finding one with bright luster, crisp details, and minimal wear is like discovering a hidden gem. The 1944 penny struck in pristine condition reveals incredible beauty, from the sharp relief of Lincoln's portrait to the detailed wheat stalks, showing how craftsmanship from that era still shines decades later when preserved well. Auction houses have reported astonishing prices for rare era varieties and mint-state 1944 pennies, proving that even a coin that appears ordinary to the untrained eye can hold enormous value for the right collector. Collectors often spend hours examining these pennies under magnification, looking for subtle die errors, doubled lettering, off-center strikes, or unusual textures that can instantly transform a coin from common to rare. One of the most fascinating aspects of collecting 1944 pennies is the thrill of the hunt, because you never know whether a roll of seemingly ordinary coins might hide a rare error or a perfectly preserved specimen worth a small fortune. The steel planchet error alone is legendary, and coins struck in steel instead of copper are some of the most famous and sought after, often fetching astonishing prices in the auction world due to their extreme rarity and historical significance. Even subtle features, like slight die variations or tiny imperfections, can dramatically affect the value of a 1944 penny, which is why collectors treat each coin with incredible care and examine it thoroughly before adding it to their collection. The 1944 penny is more than just a piece of currency. It's a slice of history, a representation of an era, and a tangible connection to a time when the United States was undergoing tremendous change and facing global challenges. For collectors, holding a 1944 penny in their hands is like holding a piece of the past, a small coin that carries stories of the people, the minting process, and the nation itself, making it an emotionally and historically valuable item. High-grade 1944 pennies and rare era coins are highly sought after, and the excitement in the collecting community continues to grow as more people discover the incredible possibilities hidden in everyday change. Each 1944 penny tells a story, whether it's a rare minting mistake, a perfectly preserved specimen, or a subtle variation that makes it stand out, and this combination of history, rarity, and uniqueness is why collectors are so passionate about this coin. So if you ever come across a 1944 United States penny, take a close look, appreciate its details, and consider the rare possibility that it could be one of the exceptional era varieties or mint state coins that collectors dream of finding. And now for the moment collectors wait for, because the rarest and most exceptional 1944 1-cent coins with mint errors or perfect condition have reached an astonishing value of $290,000. Second rare coin, we are diving into one of the most extraordinary coins in American numismatics, the United States of America 1-cent coin from 1952D, a small coin that carries immense historical and monetary significance. 1952 was a remarkable year in U.S. history, a time when the country was growing rapidly after World War II. And the coins minted that year reflect the craftsmanship and care of a mint that was producing currency for a booming nation. At first glance, the 1952 D penny may seem ordinary, but collectors know that subtle details, minting errors, and rare high-grade examples can transform this common coin into a piece of incredible value. Millions of 1952 D pennies were circulated, yet very few survived in near-perfect condition, making pristine examples highly coveted by collectors who recognize their rarity and historical importance. On the obverse side of the coin, Abraham Lincoln's portrait stands out with remarkable detail, and a sharp, well-preserved strike showcases the intricate lines in Lincoln's hair and face that can make a coin instantly desirable. The reverse features the iconic wheat ears, symbolizing prosperity and growth, and collectors cherish the crispness of these designs because sharp details elevate the coin's numismatic appeal. One of the most exciting features of the 1952 D penny is the rare double die variety, where certain letters or numbers appear doubled due to a misalignment during the minting process, creating a striking effect that collectors treasure. Off-center strikes are another thrilling rarity, where the coin's design is shifted from the center, leaving blank metal along one edge, and dramatic shifts of this kind can transform an ordinary penny into an extraordinary collector's item. Some 1952 D pennies showed die cracks, thin raised lines caused by fractures in the minting dies, and each crack creates a unique pattern that adds character and rarity to the coin. Clipped planchet errors are also highly sought after, where a portion of the coin is missing due to improper cutting of the blank, producing unusual shapes that cannot be replicated and are instantly recognizable to collectors. Collectors also look for repunched mint marks, where the Denver D appears doubled or misaligned, adding a layer of rarity that makes the coin even more desirable to serious numismatists. Even without mint errors, high-grade 1952 D pennies are becoming increasingly rare, because most circulated heavily, and coins with full mint luster and crisp details are highly prized in collections. The 1952 D penny in pristine condition reveals the artistry of the U.S. Mint, from Lincoln's finely detailed portrait to the delicate wheat stalks, making it a visually stunning coin that collectors love to examine. Auction records show that rare era varieties and mint state examples from this year have achieved staggering prices, proving that even coins from the mid-20th century can carry extraordinary value. Collectors often spend hours studying each coin under magnification, searching for subtle doubling, off-center strikes, die cracks, and other anomalies that can elevate a seemingly ordinary penny into a rare and highly valuable treasure. One of the most exciting aspects of collecting 1952 D pennies is the thrill of the hunt, because even a roll of pennies that looks ordinary could hide a rare error or a mint state coin of exceptional quality. Subtle differences, like die variations or tiny imperfections, can dramatically impact the coin's value, which is why collectors examine every detail carefully and preserve each coin meticulously. High-grade examples of the 1952 D penny are prized not only for their rarity but also for their historical significance, connecting collectors to a period of growth and transformation in post-war America. Even minor errors, such as small planchet flaws or slight doubling, can make a coin stand out in the market, demonstrating that every detail matters in the world of numismatics. The 1952 D penny represents more than just currency. It embodies history, artistry, and the excitement of collecting, making it a perfect piece for both seasoned collectors and new enthusiasts. Holding a 1952 D penny in your hand is like holding a piece of the past, a tangible connection to a time when the U.S. Mint was producing coins that would be treasured decades later. Collectors value these pennies not just for monetary worth but for their ability to tell a story, from the minting process to the historical context in which they were produced, making each coin a small but powerful artifact. The combination of rare mint errors, exceptional preservation, and historical significance makes the 1952 D penny one of the most exciting coins to study, hunt for, and collect. Even ordinary-looking coins can surprise collectors when examined closely, revealing subtle errors or variations that dramatically increase their value and make the hunt for 1952 D pennies endlessly thrilling. And now for the moment collectors dream of, because the rarest and most exceptional 1952 D 1-cent coins with mint errors or pristine condition have reached an astonishing value of $1,350,000. Third expensive coin, we are diving into one of the most captivating coins in American numismatics, the United States of America 1-cent coin from 1948, a small coin with an extraordinary story and incredible collector appeal. 1948 was a pivotal year in post-war America, a time of growth and renewal. And the coins minted that year reflect both the craftsmanship of the U.S. Mint and the historical significance of a nation transitioning into a new era of prosperity. At first glance, the 1948 penny may appear ordinary, but seasoned collectors know that this coin holds secrets, rare variations, and unique errors that can transform a seemingly simple cent into a highly valuable treasure. Millions of 1948 pennies were released into circulation, yet few have survived in mint-state condition, making high-grade examples incredibly rare and highly sought after by collectors who value quality and preservation. On the obverse side, Abraham Lincoln's profile stands boldly, and coins in pristine condition reveal the intricate details in Lincoln's hair, face, and the lettering around the edge, making the coin visually striking and desirable. The reverse features the iconic wheat ears, a symbol of prosperity and growth, and collectors prize coins with sharp, well-defined details on the wheat stalks, as they demonstrate exceptional minting quality and preservation. One of the most exciting features of the 1948 penny is the rare doubled die variety, where certain letters or numbers appear doubled due to a misalignment during the minting process, creating an effect that immediately attracts attention from collectors. Off-center strikes are another thrilling rarity, where the coin's design is shifted, leaving part of the metal blank, and the more dramatic the misalignment, the more valuable the coin becomes to those hunting for unusual errors. Die cracks are a fascinating detail, appearing as raised lines caused by fractures in the minting dies, and each die crack is unique, giving the coin a one-of-a-kind character that collectors find irresistible. Some 1948 pennies also display clipped planchet errors, where a portion of the coin is missing due to improper cutting, resulting in unusual shapes that instantly catch the eye and add significant value. Collectors love to examine repunched mint marks, where the Denver or Philadelphia letters appear doubled or misaligned, because these subtle variations can make an ordinary coin extraordinarily rare and valuable, even without dramatic mint errors. High-grade 1948 pennies are extremely difficult to find, as most circulated heavily, and coins that retain full mint luster and crisp details are highly prized in collections. A 1948 penny in mint condition reveals the artistry of the U.S. Mint, from Lincoln's finely detailed portrait to the delicate wheat stalks, making it a visually appealing and historically significant coin. Auction records show that rare error varieties and well-preserved 1948 pennies have sold for astonishing sums, proving that even coins from the mid-20th century can hold incredible value. Collectors often spend hours examining coins under magnification, looking for subtle die cracks, doubled letters, off-center strikes, or other anomalies that can instantly elevate a coin from ordinary to rare. One of the most exciting aspects of collecting 1948 pennies is the thrill of the hunt. Because you never know when a roll of seemingly common coins might hide a rare mint-state example or a dramatic era variety. Even minor variations, like slight doubling or small planchet flaws, can have a dramatic effect on a coin's value, which is why collectors carefully inspect every detail before adding it to their collection. High-grade examples are prized not only for their rarity but also for their historical context, offering collectors a tangible connection to post-war America and the craftsmanship of the U.S. Mint. Every detail matters in the world of numismatics, and even small imperfections or subtle errors can transform a common 1948 penny into a coin worth far more than its face value. The 1948 penny is more than currency. It is a piece of history, a symbol of craftsmanship, and a collector's dream, combining rarity, beauty, and historical significance in a single small coin. Holding a 1948 penny in your hands is like holding a fragment of the past, a tangible connection to a moment in American history when coins were minted with precision and care. Collectors value these coins for their story as much as for their monetary worth, because each coin tells a tale of the minting process, the era in which it was produced, and the people who used it. Rare era varieties, exceptional preservation, and historical significance combined to make the 1948 penny one of the most exciting coins for both experienced collectors and newcomers to the hobby. Every time a collector examines a 1948 penny, the possibility of discovering an error, a perfectly preserved example, or a subtle variation keeps the excitement alive and the hunt thrilling. And now for the moment every collector dreams of, because the rarest and most exceptional 1948 1-cent coins with mint errors or perfect condition have reached an astonishing value of $245,000. Especially, we're focusing on a remarkable piece of history, the United States of America 1-cent coin from 1950D, a small coin that carries both historical and monetary significance. 1950 was a period of post-war growth and stability in America, and the coins produced during this era reflect the care and craftsmanship of the U.S. Mint, making them fascinating to collectors. At first glance, the 1950D penny may appear simple, but collectors know that subtle minting variations and rare errors can turn an ordinary coin into an extraordinary and highly valuable piece. Millions of 1950D pennies were minted for circulation, yet only a small fraction have survived in mint-state condition, making well-preserved examples highly sought after by collectors who value rarity. On the obverse side, Abraham Lincoln's iconic portrait is displayed, and coins that retain sharp details in Lincoln's hair, face, and the surrounding lettering are instantly more appealing to collectors. The reverse features the classic wheat ears, symbolizing prosperity, and collectors prize coins with clear and crisp wheat stalks, as these details reflect superior minting and preservation. One of the most exciting features of the 1950D penny is the rare doubled die variety, where letters or numbers appear doubled due to misalignment during minting, creating an effect that is immediately eye-catching. Off-center strikes are another thrilling rarity, where part of the coin is missing due to the design being struck away from the center, and dramatic examples of this error are highly valuable. Die cracks are subtle raised lines caused by fractures in the minting dies, and each crack is unique, giving a coin a one-of-a-kind character that collectors find irresistible. Some 1950D pennies also exhibit clipped planchet errors, where a portion of the coin is missing due to improper cutting of the blank, producing unusual shapes that are instantly recognizable and highly prized. Collectors love repunched mint marks, where the Denver D appears doubled or misaligned, because these subtle variations can transform an ordinary coin into an exceptional collector's item. Even without striking errors, high-grade 1950D pennies are extremely rare today, because most circulated heavily, and coins with full mint luster and crisp details are highly valued. A 1950D penny in pristine condition showcases the artistry of the U.S. Mint, from Lincoln's finely detailed portrait to the delicate wheat stalks. making it a visually appealing and historically important coin. Auction records have shown that rare era varieties and well-preserved 1950 pennies can achieve impressive prices, demonstrating that even mid-century coins can carry extraordinary value. Collectors often study these pennies under magnification, examining each detail for die cracks, doubling, off-center strikes, or other anomalies that can elevate a coin from ordinary to rare. One of the most exciting parts of collecting 1950 pennies is the thrill of discovery, because even a roll of seemingly ordinary coins might hide a mint-date example or a dramatic era variety. Minor variations, like subtle doubling or small planchet flaws, can have a huge impact on value, which is why collectors treat every detail of the coin with care and attention. High-grade examples of the 1950 penny are valued not just for their rarity, but also for the historical connection they provide to a post-war America growing and prospering. Even subtle imperfections, like slight misalignment or faint die cracks, can make a coin stand out, showing how every detail counts in the world of numismatics. The 1950 penny is more than just a piece of currency. It's a slice of history, a symbol of craftsmanship, and a collector's dream, combining rarity, beauty, and historical significance. Holding a 1950 penny in your hand is like holding a piece of the past, a tangible connection to a time when the U.S. Mint was producing coins with care and precision. Collectors value these coins not only for their monetary worth, but for the stories they tell, from the minting process to the era in which they were used, making each coin a unique artifact. Rare era varieties, exceptional preservation, and historical significance make the 1950 penny one of the most exciting coins to study, hunt for, and collect for both seasoned collectors and newcomers. Every time a collector examines a 1950 penny, the possibility of discovering an error or a perfect specimen keeps the excitement alive and the hunt thrilling. And now for the moment every collector dreams of, because the rarest and most exceptional 1950 1-cent coins with mint errors or pristine condition have reached an astonishing value of $105,000. Last unique coin, we are exploring one of the fascinating gems of American numismatics, the United States of America 1-cent coin from 1957, a small coin with an incredible story and collector appeal. 1957 was a time of growth and prosperity in post-war America, and the coins minted during this period reflect the precision and care of the U.S. Mint, making them highly desirable among collectors. At first glance, the 1957 penny may seem ordinary, but collectors know that this coin can hold rare errors, subtle variations, and mint-date examples that make it an extraordinary find. Millions of 1957 pennies were released into circulation, yet very few have survived in near-perfect condition, making high-grade examples highly sought after by numismatists who appreciate rarity and quality. On the obverse, Abraham Lincoln's iconic portrait stands prominently, and coins that maintain sharp detail in Lincoln's hair, facial features, and surrounding lettering are instantly more valuable and appealing. The reverse of the coin features the iconic wheat ears, a symbol of prosperity and growth, and collectors prize coins with crisp, well-defined details on the wheat stalks as a sign of exceptional preservation. One of the most exciting aspects of the 1957 penny is the rare double die variety, where certain letters or numbers appear doubled due to misalignment during the minting process, creating a visually striking effect that collectors love. Off-center strikes are another thrilling rarity, where the design is shifted from the center, leaving blank metal along one edge, and dramatic examples of this error are highly sought after in the collector market. Die cracks are subtle raised lines caused by fractures in the minting dies, and each crack is unique, giving the coin a distinctive character that adds to its collectible value. Some 1957 pennies show clipped planchet errors, where a portion of the coin is missing due to improper cutting, producing unusual shapes that are instantly recognizable and highly prized by collectors. Collectors also look for repunched mint marks, where the Denver D appears doubled or misaligned, because these subtle variations can turn an otherwise ordinary coin into a highly valuable piece. Even without dramatic errors, high-grade 1957 pennies are rare, because most circulated heavily, And coins with full mint luster and sharp details are considered highly collectible. A 1957 penny in mint condition showcases the artistry of the U.S. Mint, from Lincoln's finely detailed portrait to the delicate wheat stalks, making it visually stunning and historically significant. Auction records demonstrate that rare era varieties and well-preserved 1957 pennies can reach impressive prices, proving that even mid-century coins can hold extraordinary value. Collectors often spend hours examining these pennies under magnification, searching for subtle die cracks, doubling, off-center strikes, or other anomalies that can dramatically increase the coin's worth. The thrill of discovering a 1957 penny with an error or in perfect condition makes collecting these coins an exciting hobby, because every roll could hide a valuable surprise. Minor variations, such as subtle doubling or tiny planchet flaws, can have a huge impact on the coin's value, which is why collectors handle each coin with care and examine every detail closely. High-grade examples of the 1957 penny are valued not only for their rarity, but also for their historical connection to the post-war era and the craftsmanship of the U.S. Mint. Even small imperfections, like faint die cracks or slight misalignments, can make a coin stand out, demonstrating that in numismatics, every detail counts when determining value. The 1957 penny is more than just a piece of currency. It is a representation of history, artistry, and collector excitement. Combining rarity, beauty, and significance in a single small coin, holding a 1957 penny in your hand is like holding a piece of the past, a tangible connection to a time when coins were crafted with precision and care. Collectors treasure these coins not just for monetary value, but for the stories they tell, from the minting process to the era in which they were circulated, making each coin a fascinating artifact. Rare era varieties, exceptional preservation, and historical significance make the 1957 penny one of the most exciting coins to study, hunt for, and collect for both seasoned enthusiasts and new collectors. Each time a collector examines a 1957 penny, the possibility of finding an error or a perfect specimen keeps the excitement alive and the pursuit thrilling. And now for the moment every coin collector dreams of. Because the rarest and most exceptional 1957 1-cent coins with mint errors or pristine condition have reached an astonishing value of $60,000.